The Morrison family has been farming on their home farm near Martin since 1864. In addition to their involvement in the family business, Richard Morrison has been Meat and Fibre Section Chairman for the Manawatu-Rangitikei Province of Federated Farmers, while his brother William has been on Beef and Lamb New Zealand's Farmer Council since it was formed in 2010.
We farm on 2 locations, all up it's 1,500 hectares. There's a home property here which is primarily the finishing farms. Morrisons have farmed for 150 years here, and we have a newer property that's 10 kilometres away, the breeding farm, straight hill country property, and they really work in well together. So all up it's 16,000 stock units, 50-50 sheep and cattle split. Myself and my brother William, John, our father, and Graham Morrison. So we're the 4 directors of Morrison Farming. So we actually amalgamated with Graham Morrison 4 years ago, and that actually reunited the original blocks from 150 years, and it's working really well. The finishing country here is a very light loam and very fertile. It's a magnificent soil type, and we're also very fortunate that we have hill country and we're able to expand our business involving different land types and land classes, all in a very close proximity. It's generally a good climate and generally summer safe. All things considered, it's a fortunate location. We're always trying new things, and we always love to look at innovation and love testing our thinking and testing our ideas. In saying that, we do have a 50-50 sheep and cattle mix, and we don't like any passengers in the system. Each enterprise has to be economical in its own right. We have 600 registered stud Hereford cows, and we focus on breeding bulls for the dairy industry, easy calving bulls, and we sell 250 bulls a year, but also finishing beef is very important for us too. We do a lot of on-farm records and link our Hereford population to the wider Herefords in New Zealand and Australia, and take records from growth rates and calving age records and all sorts of traits. Also a lot of the vaccinations, and have quite strict selection criteria for our females to be the breeding herd, and also a lot of quality control of the bulls that we put out there into the industry. We've been part of the Dairy Beef Integration Project in the Waikato. We share the values that there's great potential for beef derived from the dairy industry, because that's exactly what we do with our clients here, and try and add value to beef coming from that industry. I've always loved agriculture, and agriculture has given me lots of opportunities, and that's both within the farm gate and also outside. I've been very fortunate with a couple of scholarships and programs to travel overseas, and by being involved, it might be projects with Massey University or Beef and Lamb or in different capacities. It is amazing what opportunities open up for you and what you can do. I'm the section chair for Meat and Fibre for Federated Farmers for the Manawatu-Rangitikei region, so I'm quite new in that role, and we've got quite a new young executive, and it's great fun, and we're trying to focus on positive things in the industry and positive advocacy and telling good stories, so it's quite cool.
The sheep policy at Morrison Farming is we have about 5,000 breeding ewes. Most of those are run on the Hill Country station. We have an elite SIL recorded flock of about 500 stud ewes. That flock is non-breed specific. With our whole enterprise, we're just trying to breed what we call an easy care type sheep. No dags, no belly wool, once a year shearing, prime type lambs to be finished off mum before Christmas time. The last 2 years of performance, we've been just a tick over 140% across all 5,000 ewes. The aim is to really get that to over 150%. We're developing a hill country station at the same time, so all of these things are about trying to get the extra 1s to 2s to 5% production gains each year. The potential is 5,000 ewes lambing 160% plus, and lambing all our ewe hoggets, and only selecting our replacements from ewe hoggets that have had and raised a quality lamb. We're focusing on a number of things with our elite flock in terms of growth rates, high carcass, high fertility, and improving the facial eczema tolerance. The more things you focus on, the harder it is to make gains across all of those things. And look, the big part of our business is finishing prime lambs. So with staff and a bigger land area now, we actually need to have good systems. So good systems is actually a regular drenching protocol that all the staff and everyone understands. We're now standing on Mangara Station. This is all hill country property. It is the breeding heart of the business, I guess. This is where we run 4,000 breeding ewes and a bit over 400 breeding cows, produce all of the lambs that Richie finishes, Richie, Luke and the team down there, and the calves as well. I am fortunate that I'm also chairman for Beef and Lambs Western North Island Farmer Council. I spend a little bit of time off that. The Farmer Councils are responsible for doing the extension programs throughout each of the regions, and so the field days, also overseeing a bit of the research and things that go on. So the fantastic part about that is I get to do my favourite hobby, which is visit other farms and see really cool stuff, but also it's great to see the leading edge farming and technology and science and get an insight into the stuff that I might not otherwise know.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.